Rachel had only lived in her new apartment for a week when she first noticed the man. He was standing perfectly still in the window of the building across the narrow alley, not doing anything, just watching. At first, she thought he was just curious. New neighbors often attract glances, but the next day and the day after that, he was still there. Same posture, same dark silhouette. Only at night, only when all other windows were dark. Rachel tried to ignore it until she realized his window didn't reflect light. It didn't reflect anything. Rachel had moved to the city for a fresh start. The old town held too many memories, some tragic, some unspeakable. Her new apartment was modest, but had a view of an alley and the building across. She worked from home, often late into the night, and that's when the man became more frequent. She asked the building manager about the unit across. "No one's lived there for years," the old man said, voice low. "Top floor's been empty since the fire." Rachel stared at the window again that night. The man was there. She lifted her phone and took a picture, but when she checked the image, the window was empty. The man didn't move. He never blinked, and yet Rachel started hearing things. Whispers, faint tapping on glass when her curtains were drawn. Once she thought she heard someone calling her name, but the voice came from inside her apartment. Her cat, Luna, hissed at the window and refused to go near it. Rachel confided in her friend Maya, who stayed over one night. "It's probably just your imagination," Maya said. Until midnight came. She screamed when she saw the man too, but when they called the police, he was gone. The apartment across was cold, covered in dust and cobwebs. The power line had been cut long ago. That night, Rachel dreamed of the man walking down the alley. But when she woke, muddy footprints led from the hallway to her window. Rachel became obsessed. She researched the building across the alley. There had indeed been a fire. 10 years ago, a man named Victor Holm had died. A recluse, a strange painter who rarely left his apartment. Rumors said he painted only one subject, a woman he watched from his window. A local forum post chilled Rachel to the bone. "I lived across Victor. He watched me too. I moved away. But I still see him. He doesn't stop. He never does." Rachel's mirror began acting strange. Her reflection would lag behind, or smile when she wasn't. One night, she caught the man in the window pointing into her room. The next day, her bathroom mirror had the word. Rachel tried to flee, but the building wouldn't let her go. The elevator stopped working. The doors jammed. Neighbors claimed they never saw her move in. One neighbor said, "Someone like you lived here before. A girl with dark hair. She vanished after staring too long into that window." Rachel smashed her mirror. Inside the wall behind it was a cavity. Inside, old paintings of her, sleeping, cooking, crying, dated months before she ever moved in. Victor Holm hadn't just watched her, he remembered her. Rachel tried one last time to escape. She blacked out in the hallway. When she woke, she was standing in the window of the building across. Now, every night, a light turns on in her old apartment. A young woman sits at her desk, typing, and Rachel watches her from across the alley, just like he once watched her. Optional closing narration for voiceover. We all look through windows, but sometimes something looks back, and if it watches long enough, it replaces what it sees.